Barbados braces for all-out industrial action across the government service. That's our top story in our Barbados Today morning news update for Tuesday, January the 16th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Barbados braces for full-blown industrial action across the public service. While keeping the date and time close to his chest, President of the National Union of Public Workers, Akani McDowell, last night announced after a prayer meeting at Union headquarters on Dalkeith Road that the NUPW had decided to take industrial action to protest government's failure to conclude salary negotiations by a deadline of yesterday. The union, which hasn't had a pay rise in about 2 years, is demanding a 23% hike.
What we wanted to do is to make sure that we started right so that we can end right. So we invited a pastor here today to say a few words to us, and she would have been able to motivate us even more beyond what we would have already been feeling. So at this time, my brothers and sisters, all I can say to you is that the union is going full on into any industrial action that we have planned. All gloves are off.
And General Secretary of the union, Rosalind Smith, also warned that planned industrial action over pay was likely to include a protest against government's long delay in relocating immigration officers who continue to fall ill due to environmental problems inside their Wharf Road headquarters.
I'm not happy with the progress. The workers, I have a listing of 35 officers who are critically ill, and as I said before, I'm looking to bring a class action suit against the government. The more they linger, the more it will cost them. I'm meeting with the officers on Wednesday, and they're the ones who will decide whether they will stay and affect their health more, or they will come out of the building. So that might more or less tie into this current action.
In other news now, police and Coast Guard have made 2 drug busts between Sunday and yesterday. Yesterday, an operation by the drug squad at Beachy Head Beach, St. Philip, resulted in the discovery of 4 polythene bags containing 55 kilos of cannabis and a quantity of cocaine weighing just over 19 kilos. No one had been arrested. On Sunday, a joint operation between the drug squad, marine unit of the police, and the Barbados Coast Guard intercepted a vessel some 11.8 nautical miles off the cement plant in St. Lucie. It's alleged that on board were 15 polythene bags and 2 taped packages containing 349.2 kilos of cannabis. 3 men were last night assisting police in their investigations into that matter. Meanwhile, a moment of hot-headedness has resulted in a Sergeant's Village Christchurch man being out of pocket. Donovan White of Smith Road pleaded guilty to destroying a cellular phone belonging to his children's mother. Outlining the facts of the case, Prosecuting Sergeant Theodore McLean said that on December 27, 2017, White and the complainant, Nelsina Lane, got into a dispute, at which point the accused took the complainant's phone and smashed it into a wall. The magistrate, Douglas Frederick, cautioned the accused to bring enough money to cover the cost of the phone when he returns to court on January the 19th.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. The National Office of Disaster Services in Antigua and Barbuda has been subject to an ongoing audit. The arrest of 2 employees brought a greater level of scrutiny to its operations recently, and Information Minister Melford Nichols said the audit was requested prior to the discovery that items were being stolen from the facility.
as we await the results of the audit that will be done by Ms. Baptiste. Certainly, there has been no effort spared in terms of ensuring that the long arm of the law has made an intervention. And I think the two employees in question will have to answer for their omissions.
And on the international scene, Turkey claims the U.S. is playing with fire over plans to set up a border force on the Syrian frontier. We pick up the story in this Euronews report.
Turkey has warned the US-led coalition is playing with fire over its plan to set up a new border force made up of 30,000 of its Syrian militia allies. Washington's support for Kurdish-dominated forces in Syria has long angered Ankara. Just as we don't let the separatist terror organisation, the Kurdistan Workers' Party, operate within our borders, we're also determined to vanquish them on the other side of the border. In the coming days, we should continue the operation to purge our southern border from terror. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's spokesman labelled the latest developments worrying and unacceptable. This statement from the Foreign Ministry reiterated that sentiment and condemned what it called the US's persistently incorrect approach.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or even like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.